Bowie going to do on this position 5 Mars? Does this actually work? Is this really a thing?
Position 5 Mars is pretty strong, but he is laning with a PL, so I do think their lane is fairly weak. Unless they decide to put Aoi with a Darkseer, and they put the Mirana 5, which is also pretty weak, so I think they're going to have some troubles in their laning stage. Aoi's just going to have to play the lane to just kind of just die and make them use their spells on him and just salve the PL and make sure he just gets CS at a laning stage. And I
All right,
think they're
that's
just
fair.
they're just gonna survive the lane, but I don't think there anything special is gonna happen out of this lane. It's like Sand King plus Skywrath, right? Yeah, in that lane, it'll be pretty tough.
That's definitely a tough one. He starts with the Orb of Venom, which does make me wonder if he's thinking about starting up top like you're talking about, and then just post Crow down bottom, who actually has the headdress already. So maybe that's going to be the route that they go. We'll have to see. No matter what, Pale Horse is probably not going to have a great time of it. On the side of Zoomers, I mean, I went into this thinking like even if Zoomers get outdrafted, I'm going to be picking them to win just because I feel like they're like the better team. Do you
Right.
think that's kind of fair at all?
No, I like Arkosh's draft more, but I think they're gonna lose.
Okay, that's fair.
So the question was whose draft do I like more? I like Arkosh's draft, but I don't think they're gonna win.
All right, that's fair. That's a good point. Yeah, it's kind of rough out here for these folks. As already getting the double ion shown, it does look like Mirana's going to make that long run on down
Yeah,
here.
so they are doing that. Okay.
Cool.
He's starting
That,
in the off lane, right, with the Darkseer, and they're gonna put the Mirana with the PL.
what do you think about these lanes? At least as far as this goes, like we talked about trying to secure the farm and everything else on Crow. Is going to try and body block that wave. Is already Gremlo getting a little bit testy. They're pulling the wave back and also blocking out that camp. So they're doing a good job up on the top side at least to make sure that they don't have any access to those pulls.
Yep.
This is looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's just the name of the game here. I think this top lane, nothing special is going to happen. Both teams are going to farm. On the bottom lane is going to be an interesting matchup because, like, I think Arkosh did not draft to win a single lane in this game. They're just drafting to survive and hit the mid game and just have the superior carry advantage with the PL versus the Terrorblade. Whereas I think Zoomers have a chance to win some lanes, specifically bottom lane. If you get out of position just a little bit on this PL, he could die pretty easily if he does get a point in silence, which he might get. He already has it actually, so you gotta be very careful.
Yeah, a very early commitment with that one for Ocean, just knowing what he wants to do in this one. And Brax already there. Silence comes out, the slowdown, a couple more punches, even getting the Caustic hit afterwards. Yeah, that one hurts. That value point in Caustic is so nice with the just creeps getting hit by it and stuff.
Yeah, Peel's going to be in for a rough laning stage because Mirana is not your typical 5. She does not provide any sustain for you and not much harass, so she can't really help too much here.
As that pressure will continue, we can see that up towards this mid lane, Candace Volpus, gets the rune denied out as well. Nicely done there by Gunner, and actually can make the run down over here as well, trying to orb into position. Oh, barely picks up the bounty into the water rune right there. That was close. And gives him the tip.
Why not?
Yeah. They're going to run out of those if they're not careful. You got to manage the tips well.
Man, this puck is doing really well in the mid lane right now. Topping the CS just by a little bit right now, but against Gunner, he's one of the best mids in NA. He's holding his own here on Canis Vulpes.
For sure. We can see that up here towards the top side, Gremlo already used Surge. It's going to get forced back a little bit more by Sammy here. Just that movement speed with boots early on Terrorblade. You're rarely going to get that on Darkseer, and it can just force him out whenever Surge is off cooldown. Super frustrating. As there's a quick pause here. Hopefully we'll get through this one quickly. A little bit of lag. But yeah, impressed already with the puck performance. Do you think that we're going to see like any early rotations at all from any of these heroes, or is it basically just going to be like static lanes?
I think both mid laners want to get really active in this game. This is one of those games where the mid laner has pretty much all the tempo of this game. You're going to use your coil, Gunner's going to get his urn, he's going to want to get active, and this mid lane, there's a lot of heroes in this game, like Mars and Phoenix, who will just want to stop by and collect some XP, because these are they require a lot of experience on these heroes for them to become useful, right? So their mid laners are going to move out, and they're going to want to move supports in to soak those levels so they can be more effective in the mid game. So it's going to come down a lot to runes. I think at the 6-minute mark, I think both teams should put a lot of priority on securing a rune to keep it away from puck. Invoker doesn't really use it that well, but you want to keep it away from the puck.
I got you there for sure. To keep this, make sure that those runes aren't available to them. Totally. I don't know if you saw that, by the way, but amidst all of the sort of all chat line spamming, Sammy said, "We all have you muted. Go whenever." And Crow said, "What the fuck?" So that's great. They're already winning the mental battle. Is that a thing that you think teams do pretty often?
I mean, especially for Arkosh, yeah. Like, okay. You don't treat these guys like humans, you know?
Oh my god. All right, well, that's fair. As Crow is going to get chased down, he gets killed off. First blood drawn by Ocean. Very well done. To be fair, they're not humans. They're demons, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, this bottom lane, it's where the kills are going to happen. It's a rough lane, specifically for zoomers. I don't think you could ever get a kill as PL Mirana lane, but maybe if you had a 5-second arrow. Even then, probably can't. Oh, creep deny. Very nice.
Owie got a little bit greedy there. He did have a spear ready to throw, but thought he could just go with the right click. And actually, the rotation in, dude, Ocean. All right, we're seeing why the Skywrath can be a good pick. Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, I expect him to do the 1-1-1 build, but he got the silence at level 2, which is even earlier than I expected. But it's very good at killing this puck. He might just max that, to be honest, after his W. And that puck will have to get Euls this game if he doesn't want to feed.
Yeah, but will it even come soon enough? I mean, the pace that they're sort of making these rotations, I guess that's the benefit of having the Sand King in the lane, is that the Skywrath is super free to do whatever he wants because there's like no pressure on him.
Yeah, Arkosh's lanes, like I said, are completely like passive. They can't make any aggressive plays anywhere. Maybe TB, but it's like a very odd combination with this Darkseer though, having the Mars, right? It's not like your Earth Spirit who can roll in or Nick stun. Kind of awkward, you have to hit the spear to initiate.
True.
Maybe they'll do some like vacuum spear combo next level it, who knows?
Yeah, as long as you do it the right way and don't pull him out of the spear, it's probably fine. Dude, look at these guys. There's 3 heroes mid ready to go on Canis Vulpes. Ocean walks on in there, and the silence is out. The slowdown is there, and dead again. Yeah, I don't know if he's getting to a Euls, man. This guy's got 70 gold. The way this game is going, they're hurting him.
Yeah, they don't want him to get the 6-minute rune, and they've identified that both their side lanes cannot be bothered by a PL or a Darkseer. They both want to farm, so this is a really good read, and this is why Zoomers is one of the better teams in NA. They can recognize these things very quickly, and the only person having a good game on their team was this puck, and he's already been ganked twice now.
Right. Putting that pressure on the way that you want to see it for sure, as he is going to come back towards mid again, spam out that wave, and the 6-minute rune, I didn't see where it was. It might have just been denied, actually, I think, by the Mirana or something. Pale Horse?
They took it on Phoenix. He's in Viz top.
Oh, got it. Owie in some trouble. Has 2 points up in the spear. Pushes away Sammy. Gremlo will be able to get the surge out for Owie. Still taking a good chunk of damage, and even just sunders casually as he's walking by for a full heal. Dude, that feels bad. Oh, man.
Yeah, they buffed the mana cost on that too, so it doesn't even feel that bad to do it as a Terror Blade. You don't lose much mana anymore.
Yeah.
It's a good play.
So all 3 lanes being won right now. 3-0 start, 2,000 gold lead at 7 minutes. This is kind of what we were expecting. Now, granted, Arkosh does have like sort of this team fighty situation later on, but it feels like already 4zoomers are just trying to put the hurt onto him as long as they can in these laning stage, and it doesn't look like Arkosh want to change it up anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean the team fight is nothing to laugh about on Zoomer side either. They got the Sand King Phoenix, so they need to like find a way to break this laning stage down. Because if they continue doing this, they're gonna keep bleeding, and the net worth is just gonna get worse and worse. They need to make a rotation on this Terror Blade with this Darkseer. Yeah, nice, they're TPing up there now. They realize that now. No point helping this PL anymore.
Yeah, and maybe Sammy here might stick around a bit too long. Still keeping that creep nearby. Oh, just barely off the mark with the spear. And Sammy is just going to walk away. TP's out. And it looks like Arkosh are going to have to be content with just pressuring the tower. No chance for a kill.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's kind of like an awkward combo this Mars has to initiate. He doesn't have any setup this game.
Yeah,
That's not easy.
Weird.
As a pos 5 too.
Right, yeah, nothing there. Maybe if you got like a surge in or something like that, but just looking a little bit rough. So down bottom, Pale Horse on the other hand, he is going to be found and going to be ganked and killed. So a good rotation again from Zoomers, as man, Arkosh, they're struggling. They're struggling a lot right now.
They need to play with this Puck at this point. Am I seeing this correct? Puck hasn't skilled Coil. Maybe saving it for.
Yeah, right. That's interesting. I mean, he's getting more damage out to these stacks.
He just
whatever.
He has a point to spin now. He just got level 8. So hopefully he puts a point in Coil and he just doesn't farm, because I don't see their win condition if this Puck isn't looking for kills.
Right. Yeah, he needs to be able to make some of that stuff happen. I mean, granted, like you said, taking out the stack, that's what you want to see to some extent at the very least. But and Arkosh are getting a tower up top.
He's a savage. He actually isn't getting Coil.
Oh my god, did he take another point?
Yeah. He's just maxing his nukes. How are they going to kill anything in this game?
Listen, if you nuke it enough, they'll die, surely. maybe that's not the way to play, but I don't know.
I mean, I could like understand this if you have like some Sand off lane. I can't understand it. There's no way. Coil's just too good of a spell.
Yeah. He is topping the CS right now. All right, Terrorblade's up there with him. But you can see there's like this sort of 2,000 gold lead that's persisted throughout. They are trying to maybe group together here. Like this would normally see that like smoke play come in with like the 5-4 and the mid rotating to a lane. But without Coil, that's going to be tough. Let's get a rune at least.
Yeah, I think this is even harder because Pale Horse has opted to go for the hood first. So he actually farms jungle incredibly slow. But since they rotated to his tower, and I've done this before, you get this hood, you expect to, lane for a long period of time with this hood. When they bring 3 heroes to your lane, they kick you out and you have to go jungle anyway, it's really going to slow down his farm, and it feels bad.
Yeah. They at least did manage to get the Possess Mask, which will help some, but it's definitely not great. And yeah, game is hard. Game is very, very difficult. Gremlo, in the meantime, is going back. Oh, there's a smoke up play here, actually. So they're going to try and find Brax down bottom. And they do also have Coil finally skilled. Ocean, got him there. Silence, trying to save that Coil. Spear, not quite on the mark. And now, the chase. Coil finally going to be used. They will finish off Ocean. But weren't able to get the big kill on Brax.
Something. It's not enough yet. During the meanwhile, they're going to pressure mid a bit. Darkseer TPing in.
Bro striked immediately. Gets that wall down. Gremlo. Oh, barely living the urn. Is it going to be enough to tick him down? No, he lives. So they keep that Darkseer alive. Also have a Sand King illusion here just hitting away slightly. So they keep the tower alive also. It could have been worse for sure for Arkosh.
Oh, it's good to keep the pressure off the tower. It feels bad for Darkseer. He was free farming top, and now he has to go to base. This makes a lot of space for Terrorblade on the top lane now. He has a completely free lane to farm. Yeah. And that's going to be the scary part about this game, is this Terrorblade. If he gets ahead, this might be a good matchup for the PL versus Terrorblade, but this PL, if he gets behind and farm, he's not going to make his timings before the throne explodes, I'm afraid.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely going to be an issue. And I think, there have been these games where we've seen, Darkseers be able to, like, somewhat carry against the Terrorblades. You hit those big walls later on or whatever. But at the end of the day, they are going to need Pale Horse to come online and actually, like, deal some damage here. And the Darkseer is kind of being relegated back to these areas of the map that are not super efficient for farming. Hasn't been able to hit a creep for a little bit now. And meanwhile, Zoomers just kind of getting whatever they want with... Brax pushing out this lane consistently, and Terrorblade's left to do whatever he feels he needs to.
I like how Arkosh is getting active. They're trying to gank the Terrorblade here. They won't find him. He evacuated that area after farming everything, but maybe they can make a play on mid. But I think it's very hard in this patch to siege this mid tower before you get a kill. So I don't think they will attempt this. And if they do attempt it, I think they will all die. So they seem a little lost right now on what they want to do.
Yeah, it was a really good positioning there from Gunner as well, to just like be in a position to break the smoke, but then also not get caught. And, you know, they're able to do that quite effectively. It is Brax smoked up right now, and he has this Blink Dagger. They're ready to go if anybody shows here in this mid lane. Crow is poking his head out for a moment. They also have the Ion Shelled creep that they're going to kill off. And, well, they just walk in with Sammy. He's like, fine, let's do it. Hitting the building. Peel showing top, why not? And I think they just get it. Wow,
yeah,
okay.
They have no intention of fighting that, but I feel like they should have just tried to blow up the Terrorblade there. This game's not going to get any better if they give everything for free. It's like this Terrorblade's only progressively going to become harder to kill, so if you can't kill him now, on bottom lane looks like a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, that's not good. One hurts. Well, that's a dead Darkseer. And the game continuing to fall further and further into the hands of the Zoomers, who are looking super solid right now. So Sammy uses that Metamorphosis to both take the mid-tier 1 tower and now go back and farm a stack of Ancients. This is everything that you want.
Yeah, I think Zoomers just cruising through this one, to be honest with you. Arkosh has tried to like make their play, but unfortunately Zoomers read it and they made a counterplay. They blew through another smoke. I feel like this is their third smoke, and consecutively. This one has to work.
Yeah, this is the money smoke if they can make it happen. And Crow looking for an angle. The surge forward. Canis Vulpes finds one. It's on that Invoker. Breaks the coil afterwards, but the heal coming in from the Phoenix. They didn't catch onto any of those ones, and now walk back and away, taking a ton of damage. Owie going to drop, and Canis Vulpes also going to get right-clicked to death by a Metamorphosis-less Terrorblade. Rough. Very rough.
Yeah, it's a little bit of desperation, I think. I think they feel like right now, with the way the game is going, that they are not getting enough out of the map, which they are not. So you see they're just trying to use all their spells to kill this Invoker, but they just couldn't do it. Who's force-staffed? What was that anyways?
It was a spear, I think.
Oh, he got speared out. Okay, gotcha. I thought someone forced him.
Which, I mean, if he was able to spear him to a tree or something, that would have been sick. But the way it worked, it looked a little rough.
Yeah, it was a bit of a misplay. He should have arena speared him, I think, even though he was coiled. It's not enough damage to kill him. But all is good. They're going to go back to farming. I think if they want to get back in this game, they can't really attempt to do these fights anymore until they get more levels. So I'd like to see Darkseer just kind of sit bottom lane. They're going for runes here.
Ooh.
He got
surge
surged.
away.
Yeah. I'd like to see Darkseer go bottom and just kind of like keep Ion chilling that lane out, playing passive, give PL the safe farm in the jungle on the top lane, and then just kind of have a hero float around mid lane, have this puck go for runes and also blow this mid wave up every time it comes into them. Just wait for the Zoomers to come into you, because I don't think they're... First of all, I don't think they have any more smokes. I think they've used them all.
Right.
And their vision is just too good. I guess they got one more right there, but they're gonna turtle on Zoomers for a bit, and running into their vision I think is suicide. I think if they continue to do this, they're gonna expedite the process of them losing this game very quickly. So they need to be a little more careful on trying to be aggressive when they're behind 6k gold.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, they even had some wards down there in the jungle. They're actually still hanging out around this area, trying to play to get the mid-tier 1 tower. That would be really nice if they could get it. We'll see if it ends up happening or not. At least for the moment, you can see that Zoomers are somewhat respecting the potential damage that's there, as Canis Vulpes is going to put the pressure on, but Ocean pulled the creep wave back to the tier 2. And they are going to be fine. As you can see, Gremlo down there doing what you're hoping, as pressuring out that tower against the constant push that's coming from Brax.
Yeah, I mean, Zoomers realize that like Dota is it's become more of a game where you don't really camp wards anymore, but you play for efficiency. So you don't want to leave a lane completely unoccupied unless you're planning to take over a part of the map and try to fight the enemy.
Silence comes in, and they find themselves the puck yet again. A good ward in the area. Scouts out all that movement, and they punish. They do bring many heroes for that, but still, killing the puck is so value. It's gotta be worth it.
Yeah, they don't lose that much. You know, they push bottom all the way out, and they're just gonna leave one hero top and go back to their part of the map. Terrorblade's already bottom, so it's definitely worth it. Puck's death gave space a little bit to the PL and the Darkseer, but overall, the Zoomers is still increasing their net worth. I'm really surprised about this puck build still. It's like, I feel like this is kind of like an autopilot build, you know, just buy Witchblade. But I don't think he can play the game versus this, you know, Skywrath without a Yules. He's already died to it like, what, 4 times now or something?
I know that it's been a little bit wild. It was kind of, I guess that like there was one time where he got surged out by Gremlo, so maybe thinking that he can go for that type of a play where he'll just rely upon his team, but his teams don't really have that great save. It feels like for sure. I'm just hoping for the outplay, but time will tell. We will see. Feeling very much like Zoomers in control though. 7,000 gold lead at 19 minutes. Stuff is rough as Gremlo is going to Ion Shell that whole round of creeps, but they're already on the tower with the full creep wave. Tier 2 done, and now outposts to be claimed.
Yeah, I'm just afraid when BKBs come online, which they already have on Invoker, but when it comes up on the Terrorblade, they don't have any real stun in this game. So even if they hit an amazing combo, looks like they're going on Mirana, and she's going to be taken out swiftly.
Yeah, nice pickup.
You know, bottom lane, Terrorblade has illusions with the Dragon Scale hitting the tower, taking a lot of tier 3 damage here.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, you're sort of talking about BKBs, and when they come out, there isn't really an answer. Like, you could hypothetically go for a big, you know, vacuum or whatever, but I don't know. It just feels like...
What's the combo? Is it like...
Right, exactly.
You vacuum them into these spells that keep them in place, which is, you know, the arena and the coil. Like, there's just such an overlap. They don't have any damage. They just picked up all this control, and they're expecting PL to just 1v5, and Darkseer bottom lane is deleted.
Oh, no. Dude, that feels so bad.
Can they get Brax, though?
Oh, my God.
They might get Brax.
Hell,
he is a tanky boy. 5-manning him.
Hard to kill. Terrorblade moving into position, but they're going to let him fall. And Ocean also sticking around a bit too long, so they get a trade. I think he take that one. Pale Horse got 400 gold out of that.
Yeah, take those all day. Any kills, that's like, they went from 1 kill to 3 kills. And when they're this far behind, that's a lot of gold.
You're not wrong. Damn, I didn't realize that they had only had 1 kill up until that point. Yeah, that is... Zoomers are very good at Dota. This team knows what they're doing. But I'll have to wait and see what the next couple of minutes reveal here. Yeah, I mean, the thing to me is it feels like maybe eventually you can try and get like an Aghanims or something on Darkseer and an Aghanims on the puck, and you could like coil into like pulling them out of the coil or something, but it just feels so difficult to like actually make that happen, you know? It's like, I mean, he's going for a freaking Aeon Disc right now on puck next, which he has to do.
Yeah, I mean, he needs something to help him survive. Aeon Disc is fine. Yules, Aeon Disc, BKB. Pick one. Right. Maybe pick all 3, honestly.
True enough. Now he gets found down bottom. The Illusion and Ocean. This Skywrath's been looking pretty good. I've been liking the way it's working. Is it just this game, or do you think this hero is kind of underrated?
I think this hero is not easy to pull off because it doesn't have a stun. And a lot of position 4s that are popular have a stun. It's just all damage, and its laning, it's not that strong to be honest with you, but Arkosh gifted him like a free, easy lane by their lane setup. Pos 5 Mirana is just incredibly weak, to be honest with you. It doesn't really win any lane, just survives. So this gave Skywrath, if Skywrath gets a snowball like this hero is very scary. It shouldn't be snowballing like this.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, it has made it happen, at least so far. And hero we haven't really seen all that much recently. Pale Horse on the PL after dying the one time has just decided I need AFK farm, get myself to the big bad items. Has the Imp Claw, Yasha with the Fusel Blade, and I guess trying to decide now between Sanj and Yasha or Manta.
Well, he has the shard too, so that's a big timing for him.
Oh no, are we gonna see some Octarine shenanigans?
Most definitely.
All right, I'm
I
down.
think he's like one of the players that started doing it the most in the season too.
Good old pale horse.
Yeah.
Well,
The thing is, he can't really use his hero for a long time. PL's one of those heroes that like either you're snowballing the game and you can actually use your hero to fight, or you just have to play for the shard and just sit in the back and play your own Skywrath mage, so to speak. And I think it's definitely one of those games where he can't initiate.
ooh, big opportunity here. Do they have the vacuum opening? Only 3 points. Gremlo just walks into PKB. Oh no, that felt so bad. Oh, Gremlo just dies. They do have a TB illusion, but the mass BKBs, dude, you weren't kidding. That looked devastating. Oh God. Wait, jump? Trying to find a kill here. Uses the coil, actually manages to find that finish onto the Phoenix, and Brax also goes down. Is this gonna work? Wait a minute. Sammy, Gunner both being chased. They try and get the slowdown. Able to hit onto both of them. Canis Vulpes jumping forward. Sammy now in trouble, does have Sunder ready, but he gets hit in the end by Crow. Comes in with the arrow at the end. Oh man, don't look now, but what looked like a terrible initiation turns into a 1 fight. And Roche available. Fear, what the hell just happened?
I mean, Puck bought back. He died in that fight early. You know, PL's been spamming his lances, and then with the Puck buyback, they're able to get a nice little initiation there, and this is what happens if you lose a fight around the Roche pit. I think if Zoomers are a little cocky there to just try and force a Roche like that, I think they could have continued the pace of the game as it was without taking a risk at the Roche pit, but it happened, and Darkseer, like, he got his wall off. That's kind of why they won the fight. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't get a lot off there, but he died, and then he just started microing the TP illusion.
Right.
And it was probably more impact than his hero would have had in that fight. And luckily, it didn't die. Like, I was a little afraid that this Terrorblade illusion in this game wouldn't be that effective, because Zoomer actually have a lot of Terrorblade counters on their team with all the magic damage they have with the Sand King and the Phoenix, but it survived. And it did a lot of damage in that fight.
Well, and now they kind of have bigger. I mean, realistically, that should be like the worst initiation that you could possibly have, is like missing your vacuum. Like, granted, like you said, getting the wall, but like walking in and then just getting blown the hell up. Now he's actually going to have a blink dagger in a little bit, along with the pipe. So they've got some tools here. You know, this isn't all terrible coming out from Arkosh, and maybe with this creep wave in towards mid and the catapult going, they might be able to get this tier 1 tower. Things maybe starting to cook a little bit. What do you want to see them do with this Aegis? And Zoomers, how do they react? Can they kill, like, they're still up 6k gold. Can they try and play aggro?
I don't want to see him do anything with this Aegis. I want them to keep farming. I think getting the Aegis out of the hands of Zoomers is good enough. This PL needs more time. He's going to be all their damage in this game. And he should use this Aegis to just like farm up. And it looks like on bottom lane, it's gone.
Man.
Yeah, they want to extend this game, because like Arkosh has a really good lineup in the late game. They just had a really bad laning stage, and they need time to recover. So around the next Roshan, on the second Roshan, if they manage to get on Arkosh, I would be favoring them. But they should be just using this Aegis to defend their base, honestly, and buybacks.
And then
Zoomers choose to push.
And Zoomers, do you think that that's some? Oh man, Brax jumps in. Oh, wow. That's like
awkward.
It's a goddamn block coming out of the NBA right now. Jeez, that's a good tip. That's a good series of tips right there. I like that a lot. I guess, do you think Zoomers should stay active? Like, are they trying to keep this pressure going right now, you think? Or do you think that they can just sit back and be comfy themselves?
They should be active. Even though they have an Aegis, it looks like they're Arkosh are looking to be on the aggressive. Even though there's an Aegis on this PL, they should also know that, you know, PL versus Terrorblade. I mean, Terrorblade's versus Darkseer PL, right? It's a horrible matchup for him.
Ooh, Sammy. Sammy.
Just
BKB comes out, and they get out of there.
And remember I was talking about, I think every draft should have instant initiation, and this is why.
Yeah.
Because it's like so awkward to start any fight, because they don't have this initiation.
True.
So like this Puck is now pressured to buy all these defensive items, and now on top of it, he needs an Ags.
Right.
So
yeah, it's very problematic. Well, I mean, they did get another BKB charge, and you know, if you can get to the point where BKBs are low, and this game sort of stalls out for a while, things could start to look better for Arkosh. But there's definitely some holes in the draft right now. The Invoker is mega farmed with this Hand of Midas, and there's a gulf between him and that Puck, and then likewise between I guess not as big of one between the Sand King and the DS. It's mainly just Puck versus Invoker in this one that have that big differential.
Careful, Grimlow, don't get greedy.
God, there are many heroes down there.
Yeah. I mean, he just needs to use the Iron Shell on the wave and then chill. Because, like, for him to show his hero down here is way too greedy. They're showing mid, they're showing top. He will die if he shows. But I think this game looks pretty good for Arkosh if they make it to 37 minutes.
Okay.
And they get that's like the power spike for a lot of lineups where you have good late game, because that's when the next round of neutral items come out. And as a hard carry, if you have the carry matchup and you get a good neutral item, you know, you get blessed with spider legs or a paladin sword or heart, whatever it might be, this PL will become very scary.
Right.
Power of Aeon Disc right there.
It's good stuff. Gremlow going to live through that one. We'll be on cooldown for 100 seconds, so needs to be playing it very safe, but that constant spam. Yeah, they're seeing a lot
Another
of...
one.
Oh.
Sunstrike
yeah,
got that
too.
one.
They're putting a ton of emphasis right now on Zoomers of just making sure this bottom lane is constantly pressured in with the tower at such low HP. It makes sense.
Yeah, it looks like they don't want to fight into this Aegis, which is fine. They don't really need to, but I feel like they could, and I feel like they still have a timing, and as you've noticed, their gold lead has been they've been losing gold just by pure farm efficiency right now. And this is not good for Zoomers if they continue to do this. I think they're respecting this Aegis a little too much. I think with these BKBs out, or I guess they're waiting for Braxes, no, and they're going now.
Right. Well, Aegis was reclaimed, and PL no longer has it. We've still got about, what, 2 minutes until it's capable of respawning. And they are running in towards mid. Right now, Aoi already has a 4-staff completed and going back for Helm of the Dominator, actually. Okay. that's interesting. Oh, and he's super dead. All right, Aoi's... Oh, force, never mind. Spoke too soon. And Sunstrike off the mark. The wall dropped down. Didn't create any illusions as of yet. They also used Vacuum earlier. Now, Arena down as well. Tear Wave out. And everybody's going to... Oh, he dies in the fountain. Damn. Wait a minute. Can they find any more now?
He's dead.
PL chased down. Pale Horse on a killing spree. They keep on finding these pickoffs as the fights don't go the way of Zoomers. Canis Vulpus still chasing in here for more, seeing if he can find anybody else. Looks that Silence misses it on Gunnar, but Gunnar will retreat. And another fight won for Arkosh. Dude, I mean, I don't know. This is starting to look a little bit scary for the meme team, taking down the big old 4zoomers already.
Yeah, it is indeed. I favored their draft going into this, but I thought they would get outplayed, which they did, but then they threw a little bit, or I guess Arkosh just made a really good play there around the Roche bit, and it's going to be tough now, I think, for them to continue to like play this game, because now this PL is starting to look like a problem.
Yeah. They've taken the tier 2 towers, both top and mid, and you know, now there's outposts to be claimed down bottom if they want to. I guess that's the other thing too, right? Is that like for a lot of other like differentials in skill, it feels like oftentimes what ends up happening with like a team like, you know, playing as Zoomers is that they'll make really good decisions in the late game as well that will outplay them. But I feel like that's not like the weakness of Arkosh. The weakness of Arkosh is sometimes getting just like outplayed by some of the better teams. I feel like I haven't seen them throw that often. Maybe
I would say
do,
the weakness of Arkosh is their laning stage.
Yeah.
That's like their biggest weakness. Seems like they don't really care that much about the laning stage, and they are really greedy. And it puts them in a really bad spot. I mean, this Puck wasn't even leveling Coil, right? Like, this is just a really greedy team, I think. But if they get away with their drafts into the late game, I think they're pretty good, honestly. And Puck is going to have an Aghanims, if they continue at this pace, pretty quickly. And now Arkosh has finally... Oh, they went back. Look at the gold graph. It's kind of fluctuating back and forth right now. But Arkosh had it for a second there.
Yeah. Scary, very, very scary. And I mean, you sort of talked about that inherent danger of the late game. You know, Darkseer and PL together playing against this Terrorblade. If they can get that illusion off, already Aeon Disc done, has that Blink Dagger done now, and then the Aghanim Scepter adding a whole nother level of keeping that pressure on all the lanes. Can be very annoying to deal with. Zoomers, on the other hand, they know what this game is about. They know what it comes down to. It's going to be that Roche fight. And 30 seconds until it's back up. They've got Gem on the Phoenix. They're trying to just completely control the vision in this area.
Wait, how did Zoomers just get 2k gold on this second? Like, I just looked away and they got a 2k gold lead. Interesting.
Gunner got a tower, it looks like. And
tower, okay.
Yeah, must have been what it was. They're scripting. That's the answer, right? Surely they're hacking the game.
It's just such an owie thing to do. Like, he bought a HOD and he's gonna do owie things with it. You know, he's gonna scout Roche. He might pull waves to his carry. You know,
right?
He's gonna split push with it.
Dude,
never in my life have I seen Helm of the Dominator Mars Boss 5. You know.
Yeah, it's true.
He also got, yeah, he got the aura creep too, so they have even more magic resist. Very interesting.
What are they working with now with the pipe and the aura? So they have like, they have a lot of magic resist.
Is pipe 10% along with the creep 10, so it's like 20% resistance plus active.
Yeah, that's not bad. And then obviously for the Darkseer himself getting that full 30%, along with the Aeon Disc. But they're starting to take down Roche with the DD on Pale Horse. They spot this out. No, look at that arena. Oh, we caught him onto all of them. Sammy's on the outside. Terror Wave afterwards has to be careful. Tries to escape. They're all around the cliff. Do they go for the vacuum play? They get the wall down. That's pretty good now afterwards.
Yeah, they'll fight.
Look at the damage coming through. Do they have enough? Chase, they're looking for more. Sammy dropping down to his own illusion. We're gonna tear him apart. Sammy has to use the Sunder, backs away, tries to escape. Pale Horse now on top of him, looking for the finish. Can they get him? Sammy dropping dead. They take a kill on the Terrorblade Gunner to follow. Arkosh putting them to shame. Oh no.
That was beautiful by Arkosh, because like what happened there is that Darkseer, he almost died without getting wall off, and they were about to retreat and just cut their losses. But as soon as Darkseer got the wall off right before they died, someone made the call, you know, I got the wall off, and then they just re-engaged immediately because they know this Darkseer illusion will carry the fight. It'll make or break it. So it was unfortunate by Zoomers they couldn't kill that Darkseer before getting the wall off, but that got him the team fight for Arkosh.
Dude,
this TV
wild.
can't play versus this PL. Like I said, around 37 minutes, if they get the second Roche on Arkosh, I don't see how they can really lose this game. It's going to be they have to like throw. It has to be a throw at this point from Arkosh to really lose this one, because it's going to get harder and harder for this Terrorblade to play this game.
Yeah, and it's all about that wall, really. I mean, obviously, you know, PL is its own kettle of fish and really hard to deal with. But also being able to get that wall off with it taking the 15 damage, so now it does 110% of the damage that Terrorblade does, and then I'm sure he's going to take the level 20 talent as well. But now, moving up, we've got ourselves a tier 3 tower being taken. Zoomers, I don't think this is the way they envision their first game of these qualifiers going. Unbelievable. Burrow, doppelganger's back. Brax not able to hit it. Unreal. And are they going to keep going for more? They've still got that freaking Hellbear around with them, but they have wall back up again, and they can go if they want to. Slow siege abounds. Slow and steady with the PL illusions, but they're going to shut out the rest of the map now.
Yeah, 8k gold lead now for Arkosh. The second Roche is so insane. It's like just an instant 2k gold swing because of the shard. We get so much out of it. Now, whether they choose to go high ground or not is entirely up to them. I mean, it is a TI qualifier. I don't know how serious Arkosh is taking this, but it looks like they're playing pretty serious right now, and I don't think they need to go high ground if they don't want to. But they will take map control for sure. I don't think they mind like just choking them in their base for this whole Aegis duration if necessary.
I mean, the flip side though, you start to get those feelings, you know, suddenly you're one game away from going up 1-0, being in the upper bracket, continuing there against Zoomers. I don't know. You know, there's another player that was on a different team. I don't know why I'm bringing up Jenkins right now for no reason at all, but you know, in the past he did knock out a bunch of teams from TI qualifiers. I don't know why I'm bringing up Jenkins again. Just complete coincidence.
Just friends.
Yeah. Team Red, he did it. We'll see.
And I think what
18.
I think right now what Arkosh is doing is fine, but I think it's really inefficient.
Okay.
Because like they're not gaining a gold lead, as you can see right now. They're doing minimal structural damage and they're not really farming. I feel like it's fine for PL to continue doing this, but I'd like to see the Puck or the Darkseer just farm everything in the back while they do this, so they can actually gain a gold lead. Because they're not committing for a barracks here. They don't really have.
Right.
A, they're just not trying, as you can see, and B, like their heroes aren't really meant for hitting buildings. PL isn't the greatest building hitter. And here's the neutral items coming out. There is what's PL gonna take? He's gonna take the leveler. I thought he might take the spell prism, but maybe Puck will just take that one.
No, I could see that one. Yeah, either one. I think the quickening charm's still pretty good for DS. He's got BKB coming out now. We've almost got Heart if Pale Horse wants to fully commit to it. At this point, he's taken the Hood of Defiance into his backpack, so we'll have to see. Lotus is almost online. They are farming up the rest of those camps, and like you said, getting those items, and it is going to be the Spell Prism for the Puck. But they're back bottom again, and going to force them back into their base. You guys thought you could leave? Hell no.
Yeah, Gunner got out of base, so I don't think he will come back until they kick him out. I think that's the correct play as well. Like he has a wave too, so he might actually be able to hit the high ground.
Nice. They can keep them back there. I mean, taking this tier 3 again, it's like, what do you really get out of this? Well, Burrow catching him. Still a minute left on that Aegis and walks into Brax. They see him force out the BKB. And it looks like the pressure coming in will have to stop for the moment as backdoor is online. There is a creep wave coming in mid, though. Canis Volp is keeping that one under control. And are they going to keep going for more? The Shard from Invoker keeps on spamming out the meatballs slowly but steadily. They're taking the tier 3 tower. Still no racks claimed. And now with only 20 seconds left on the Aegis, yeah, they ballooned up the lead like about 3K after getting that Aegis, but it wasn't that substantial bit like you were talking about.
Yeah, they could have had a much higher gold lead from this Aegis, probably around like 15 to 16K if they just really committed to, but I don't think they have the right game. They don't have a game plan in mind because they're not committing to farming or going high ground. So they it's still fine, you know, like it's not bad. They gained gold from it. They have the better late game lineup, and they're still in, you know, good spot here. So I'm sure they're pretty happy with the way the game's going.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, level 25 PL, the Doppelganger cooldown talent. Now finally, Zoomers feeling comfy, leaving their base, at least for the moment. And you know, they're obviously going to play this one out to the maximum extent that they possibly can, and try and delay this game now until they can get their items online. I'm not really sure what it is. Like, Ocean's eyeing up this Aghanim Scepter. Sammy now, he is still super farmed on this Terrorblade, but about 6,000 gold behind the PL, and they're pushing again back up to the base here.
I think they see that heroes are top lane, so they're just gonna force them back and then go back.
Okay.
And I'd like to see Zoomers like stay on the map here if they can. Like just leave one hero. Terrorblade probably, and just like start cutting waves, but they're afraid that they're just gonna go in for. I guess they did not call the buff correctly. Right. Arkosh is like, you know, I'm gonna bluff you guys. I'm gonna start hitting this. I'm gonna see if you all come back, and if they all come back, then Arkosh wins this. If they don't all come back, then I think Zoomers win that engagement just by having this TB continuously farming. But now they're all stuck in their base again.
It's rough. Super annoying to deal with. And I think they're all building Octarine cores, if I'm not mistaken. except for Marana. Aoi is apparently he's apparently building another Aether lens. Oh wait,
TB.
Wait. Ooh, BKB forced, backing away. Gremlo's there. Wait, he broke it. He snapped it.
Yeah, he broke it. And then
wall down. Sammy, he's in trouble. Pull back in. He's dead. Gremlo on the killing spree, takes him down. No buyback. Oh, Pale Horse gives him the tip. And now Gunnar will be able to escape. But that was oh my God, the tips are coming in now. They've got their own Terrorblade. Dude. Oh, I don't know if he didn't know about the Ags or what happened there, but whatever the case was, TB goes down.
I think no matter what happens there, he's just gonna die, because
yeah,
he has to BKB the spear, and then the BKB is gonna run out before the coil does, and they're just gonna follow up on it. Just a really good pick from Arkosh there.
Damn, well played for sure, catching him outside of the base. Pipe is active. Zoomers, they need 30 more seconds for their Terrorblade to come back. He's 500 gold away from having buyback, but the spam from the PL is draining everybody's mana, and now eyes back on the prize, the tier 3 tower up top. They jump forward, good silence there onto the puck, who still just brazenly runs in as the silence coil afterwards, so the rest of the team can focus on these racks. And Arkosh making all the right moves early and taking down in game number 1 4zoomers, barring some type of miraculous comeback right here. This is unbelievable. This is not what I thought I was getting when I signed up for this match.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're kind of seeing like the weaknesses of like Skywrath Mage here too, compared to a lot of the other popular 4s. It's just like the Sand King can blink stun, but there's no follow-up stun anywhere to be found on Zoomer's lineup. So even if Brax goes in and hits a stun, it's hard to actually get a kill in that such short duration against all these Aeon discs, because there's just no follow-up.
Dude, lots of lines being drawn right there. I couldn't tell if that was Phoenix or if that was Owie, but they knew exactly where they were going, and Brax gets the vision, jump forward, looking for it, vacuum. Afterwards, do they have a wall? It gets out there. Didn't quite connect, though. Terrorblade didn't get hit by it. And now the walk away. Can they do enough damage there? Push back to the side. Already the Phoenix is dead. Crow jumps away.
Walked in the wall.
Now they have it. He walked into it. Okay, well, the back out and the slow and steady beatdown continuing to come. They get the silence there onto PL, trying to take him down. Do they have enough for the kill? He's down low, but the doppelganger gets him away just at the last second. Vacuum pulls them all together, and slowly but steadily looking for the Sunstrike. Not going to be on the mark. So 2 dead, no buyback on this Skywrath as Sammy gets stuck to the tree. Oh, it hit him. Owie able to connect with it at the last second, drops down the spray. And now Gunnar, the last one to get chased down here. GG called. Arkosh, take it. Dude, what in the hell? That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, like I